We're going to start the list off with pistols, being that a sidearm is quicker than reloading. The FN-57, chambered in 5.7 by 28mm, is a good contender because it was in the original Modern Warfare 3, as well as making an appearance in the Black Ops series as well. Next up is the Sig Sauer P226, chambered in 9mm. This actually made an appearance in Call of Duty Ghost, but also keep in mind we have the Bruin 45, which is based on the SIG P220, and the P226 is actually more favored by military units around the world. Next one is a Sig Sauer P320 9mm handgun. This would be a great addition, as Call of Duty's actually used this before as the M19 back in the original Modern Warfare in 2019. Also, this is a weapon that is becoming more and more increasingly used by militaries following the adoption by the U.S. military, Canadian Armed Forces, as well as the Australian military as well. The Makarov PM and 9x18 Makarov has actually been used in multiple Call of Duty titles, most recently known as the Psykov. And going off the Psykov moniker from Modern Warfare 2019, you could also add a conversion kit to make it the Stechkin APS 9x18 automatic pistol. Since they're adding conversions, why not add a pistol which can have an automatic conversion as well that's not just a kit that you put over the gun. The last pistol I'll cover is a classic, the USP 45, made by Heckler & Koch of Germany and 45 ACP. This weapon is actually very commonly known from the original Modern Warfare series, and there's even a model in one of the recent characters' holsters with one of the outfits. So it would make sense to add such an iconic weapon back to the game to revive it. Since they have a good amount of submachine guns, I only have a few to mention, so here they are. Since they're adding a few Chinese weapons to MW3, why not add a Chinese SMG known as the QCW-05 or the JS2. This was featured in Battlefield 4 and is actually chambered in the 5.8 by 21mm DAP-92 round, which is actually unique to China. This next one's also a Chinese submachine gun. It's known as the Chongfeng submachine gun, or the CSL S06. Basically like the Bison we already have in the game. It basically uses a helical magazine, but it's fitted on top of the gun and it holds 50 rounds of 9x19mm. It's kind of just a unique weapon to carry on with the Chinese weapons they're adding, and also it's just quite a unique weapon in general. Why use a regular rifle when you can use a battle rifle, which packs more of a punch? Here are some of the battle rifles that I would like to see in the upcoming Call of Duty game. The first one I would like to see is the AK-308, made by Kalashnikov Concern. Main reason being is the AK we currently have, that's a technical 308, is technically a bolt action, which to me doesn't make much sense. So why not add a semi-automatic variant of the AK, which can have both good stopping power, 20-round magazine, and be a good package in general. Seen in Modern Warfare 2019, the right arm of the Free World, or the FNFAL 7.62 by 51mm rifle, would be an instant classic. Though it's seen its ages on the battlefield, it's still relatively in use with South American militaries. Add a conversion kit, you can make the MBEL IA-2, which is now being fielded by members of the Brazilian Armed Forces, and is a modern take on the classical FNFAL in the 5.56 round. However, since this is a battle rifle we're still referring to, here is a 7.62 by 51mm version of the IA-2, just to keep that battle rifle moniker useful. However, a 5.56 conversion would also be unique as well to have, just for the double conversion. And we can't forget the classic AR platform, so if they're going to add a 7.62 by 51mm battle rifle in the AR form, the Heckler & Koch HK417A2 would be a nice addition. Sure, we have the SR-25, but the HK417 is another classic, which was actually featured with one of the variants of the HK417, which was seen in Call of Duty Ghost. Since I am impressed with the current rifles in game, I only have really a few to recommend, and well, here they are. Carrying on with the Chinese theme, the QBZ-191 rifle would be an interesting addition. We have the QBZ-95 being added, which is what this gun is actually replacing in real life currently. And this is also chambered in the 5.8 by 42mm DAP round. Hopefully this one's neutral, but the Swiss-made Sig Sauer SG series of rifle, also known in Modern Warfare 2019 as the Grau 5.56, would be a nice addition to have. Add the SIG 5.51 with the longer barrel, and add a conversion kit to make the SIG 552 or 553 commando, so you can have the classic 5.56 Grau experience. I am impressed with the shotguns currently in the game, but I do have one that I would like to see added, and here it is. Featured in the first Modern Warfare series, as well as most recently in the Cold War franchise of Call of Duty, the Franke Spaz 12 shotgun would be a very nice addition, as it can be realistically a pump shotgun, but there's also a semi-automatic function as well. So, hopefully it's added, but time will tell. The Heckler & Koch HK421 is a new machine gun that was actually just unveiled in 2023 at a recent firearms show. Being that this is the Modern Warfare revamp, and this is a modern machine gun, I should say, it would be a nice addition to have a new weapon added that hasn't really been added to a game before, just to kind of go with the unique weapon additions. Just to keep a few classics still in the game, the Rheinmetall MG3 and 7.62x51mm, also known as Olaf Scholz buzzsaw, would be a unique addition, as this is the NATO take on the infamous MG34 and MG42 series of light machine guns, which was featured in the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 series. So it would be kind of nice to have this weaponry added, but in the NATO standardization. I don't usually run sniper rifles, but here are my requests if they are to add some more to the game. The first one is the Orsis T5000, a Russian sniper rifle, bolt action to be exact, chambered in 338 Lapua, but can also be chambered in 7.62x51mm for export purposes. Now, it would be a nice addition because though we have an AK-103 bolt action, this would just be a nice proper bolt action rifle in addition to the other ones we have in the game already. Want some green wood? Go with the 7.62x54mm SV98, a classic bolt-action rifle of Russian origins. This could be either a conversion for the one listed before or just a standalone rifle. This will wrap up the part 1 of my weapons wish list. Hopefully you guys think these are good guns. If not, please leave a link in the comments of what you personally would like to see added. The weapons I picked were based on ones that I personally like, ones I've seen in previous Call of Duty or even Battlefield titles, since that's a competitor, or just in general, just some unique weapons that should be seen.